A port scanner is a software tool that's used to probe a target device, like a computer, a server, maybe a router, over a network to find out which ports are active and what services might be running on them. So every device that's connected to a network, like the internet, uses ports to communicate. So for example, we have port 80 for HTTP, port 22 for SSH, and so on. And the job of a port scanner is to help map out these services, detect vulnerabilities, or monitor the network's health if you're a defender, for instance. So if you're using a port scanner, what exactly is that port scanner checking? Well, the scanner is going to be sending network packets. You can think of network packets as messages. So the scanner is going to be sending these network packets to specific ports on the target system, and then it's going to wait for a response. And based on how the target system responds or doesn't respond, the scanner is going to label the port as being either being open meaning that the port is actively accepting connections. That means that the system replies to the scanner, which indicates that there's a service or application listening. So for example, if port 80 is open, the device might be running a web server like Apache or Nginx. Now, there are security implications of this. For one, open ports can be entry points for attacks. So if the service that's running on that port has a vulnerability or is misconfigured, well, then that port is an entry point for potential attack. The other response you could get is that the port is closed. The port is reachable, but the application is not listening. There's no application listening on it. So we can reach it, but nothing's, blah, 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 I can't hear you. So the target system is going to the target system is going to send specifically a connection refused message. Connection refused. And what this indicates is that the port is not in use, but the device is online. Now there's some implications. So closed ports are not directly dangerous, but they do give an attacker information. They tell the attacker that the device is alive and that it's reachable. The last option is you could get a filtered port. And what a filtered port is, it's a port that does not respond at all, or maybe it responds in a way that the scanner can't interpret clearly. Usually what this means is that there's a firewall or a router blocking traffic to that port. The firewall could be dropping packets silently, so it's like hiding the system's presence. It's hiding whether or not the system is reachable, for instance. Now, this has security benefits. A filtered port can hide systems from attackers and thus reduce the attack surface. So it's a good thing. There are quite a few powerful port scanning tools available. These are the most widely used, most powerful, and most importantly to me, open sourced tools. So we have Nmap, SolarWinds port scanner. Nmap is probably the most popular. And these tools are going to help you identify which ports are open, closed, or filtered on a target system. And they can also be used for things like network mapping or security auditing or maybe even troubleshooting.